Right, hi everyone, I'm back again. I did say I was going to put a video out shortly. Yeah, so this is my my first proper video I'd say of this year. I'm just going to go through the nice presentation here of this latest Huel delivery. This is probably the third one I've had this year actually now. Probably actually even more than I had last year, to be fair. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I've got this ready to eat Huel, the soup stuff that I keep calling it. So I've got a few bags of that have been delivered this time. And I'm finding that this is working out really well. It's going to be working really well probably with my new diet going forward, mainly because it's savoury, and I've said this before. I've got one of the little Huel protein bar things as well. I'm going to be comparing that in a minute. So you see I've got 3 bags here. I've got 2 new flavours this time around. I've got the Mexican chili and the Madras, which are both on left and right. Thai green curry, which is now my 3rd bag of the stuff because I really like it. And I've got myself one of these Huel protein bars, which I'm going to be comparing directly to the grenade bar as well. These are both the peanut flavoured ones. I've got the peanutter grenade bar and obviously the Huel peanut butter one. So I'm going to be comparing those two briefly. So just whilst I'm mentioning this now, the grenade bar is 60 grams in weight, whereas the Huel bar is only 49 grams in weight. Get the camera in focus. Yeah, so it's only 49 grams in weight. Now, whilst that might not make it sound like a big deal, because there's not really that much weight difference between them, 11 grams, if I say to you that, again, that the grenade bar is £1.38 each, and the Huel bars are £1.30 each. So again, Huel bar smaller, Huel bar cheaper, grenade bar bigger, grenade bar a bit more expensive. So anyway, I'll go back onto what I've been up to. So yeah, so I've got to get myself a new set of scales, mainly because I accidentally dropped my old ones on the floor. Now, there's actually a benefit to this. It means you're not having to stare at my feet anymore when I'm getting on and off the scales, because these are Bluetooth and they link straight to my phone, so I can just literally put the results on the screen for you rather than having to mess around too much. Yeah, so they're a little bit fancy, probably a bit unneeded, but anyway, right, we'll jump straight into the app and I'll show you the my results from the past month. So there's my starting weight of 114.8 kilos, and these were taking the reading from my old scales. I decided I was going to do a benchmark with these, so I waited a little while and I ended up doing my benchmark on the 10th of January. So the 10th of January, I've weighed in at 114.3 kilos. This was the base reading I used for my new scales, and it was last 9 days since I last measured myself. Now that works out as a loss of 0.5 kilos or 1 pound 2 ounces. Or 56 grams per day, if you like to work that kind of way. Yeah, so we've got a lot of little bits of information on there. We're going to jump onto the 17th now. So on the 17th, I got on the scales and it was 113.9 kilos. This was another drop. It was a drop of 0.4 kilos, and that was another 7-day period. So 0.4 kilos or 14 ounces or 57 grams per day. Jump onto the 24th. So onto the 24th now, and that was a weight coming in at 113.4 kilos, BMI of 34.6. Not like these other numbers really matter right now, but it was, again, it was another 7-day period between my last measure. It was a loss of 0.5 kilos or 1 pound and 2 ounces. This time it works out as 71 grams per day. So it's still going the right direction. I'm still losing a little bit of weight. Not a great deal, but a little bit of weight. Half a kilo here, there. Everyone, I think, is happy to lose half a kilo where they can. On to the 31st, this was 112.8 kilos, BMI dropped down to 34.4, and it was another 7 days since my last measurement. I'm going to try and keep these as 7-day periods if I can. That's a loss of 0.6 kilos or 1 pound and 5 ounces at 86 grams per day on average. So yeah, so happy. It's still going in the right direction and not in any great strides, but then again, it wasn't my full diet then. So this is now my first full week, or the end of my first full week, and my first weight came in at 111.7 kilos. That's the same 7-day period since my last measurement, and this works out at a weight loss of 1.1 kilos or 2 pounds and 7 ounces, which is starting to sound a bit more like a reasonable weight loss. This works out an average of 157 grams per day, which means that since January the 2nd and my first weigh-in, I've lost 3.1 kilos so far this year. So definitely happy with that. I've come away from the 115 kilo mark and I've got well away from that. Now, one of the other things that this scales can do in the app, or the app that the scales comes with, is it can measure all of my dimensions and it can log them all in. I get this little special tape measure that you pull out and it retracts and it Bluetooths back to your phone. So I'll just go over these measurements. My neck was 41.8. My shoulder measurement was 126.1, my chest was 110.9, waist 120.2, my abdomen was 118.2, my hips were 115.6, scroll down a bit, my left bicep was 36.7, my right bicep was 38.1, my left thigh was 68.4, my right thigh was 70.2, my left calf was 42.5, and my right calf was 43.7. If I scroll down the last little bit, it gives me this hip to weight ratio, which I have no idea what it actually means, but it says I've got a hip to weight ratio of 1.04. Now, quickly before I jump off there, I would just like to mention that I think the right-hand side measurements were probably different because I am right-handed dominant, so I don't know whether my right-hand side of my body does more or not. But yeah, so that's the app, and that's what it kind of gives me as my little landing screen. So now we've covered that, I shall go on to my diet plan. Now, this is my diet plan going forward for the next 28 days. It's just an Excel sheet. It's something nice and simple, just something that I can easily keep a track of. I've got a couple of tabs down the bottom. I've got my actual plan. I've got how many calories are going to be on that plan. And then I've got my daily intake. The numbers aren't accurate yet. I was more concerned with trying to get the video out today because I've not finished tweaking all of this. So the calorie numbers aren't quite right. But we'll go over that in a bit. So anyway, the 3 green days on this first week, I'm just going to go over one of my typical working weeks. So the green days are day shifts, reds are night shift, and the yellow is my end of night shift going on to my first day off. That's where this little weird funky transition happens, because on a night shift you're working till 7 o'clock in the morning, then you sleep till midday, drag yourself out of bed, look like a zombie, and then you try and function for at least half a day of your day off. Likewise, on that day 4 there, that first red day off, that is my changeover day where I get from my days to nights, and it's actually a waking period when I'm awake anyway. After that, it gives me a few days off, so days 7, 8, and 9 there, they're my days off. And I'm just quickly showing you now what my calorie numbers are, but again, these aren't the right numbers for what I'm doing going forward yet, so I've got to still tweak these. So as and when I finish tweaking these, I'll give you a more up-to-date number. So anyway, yeah, so that's my rolling day pattern. Now the reason why I need to show you that was so this next page made more sense for my plan. So my work day 1, this is my very first day in my working week, so my breakfast will be 2 boiled eggs, a slice of toast with butter or jam, and 2 cups of coffee or tea with no milk. Lunch that day is a Huel shake, hot and savoury, and then I get a regular evening meal, which is no more than 1,000 calories, give or take. There's a little bit of leeway on there, but ideally I want to try and stay close to 1,000 calories if I can. So on to my second work day. So this gives me a cheat meal on my second work day. Chances are I probably won't use this cheat meal because the idea was I can have something at work to eat from the canteen, but the canteen is impressively terrible at the moment. Impressively? Yeah, whatever. It's really bad. They have this motto that tortilla wraps should be encompassed for breakfast, lunch and tea. Whether it's the tortilla wrap with fish and chips inside or a tortilla wrap with your bacon inside it, and they seem to be charging us more for putting it inside a tortilla wrap than they would do if it was separate components. Anyway, on that day that gives me my normal Huel. I've got a cheat day on that a second evening. My work day 3, 2 boiled eggs, slice of toast with peanut butter or jam, and 2 cups of coffee with tea, no milk. Huel hot and savoury again for lunch, and then I get another cheat evening meal. Now these regular evening meals I'll cover in a bit, but they're basically what they are is they allow me to keep my calorie intake a little bit higher than normal whilst I'm doing my shifts, so then I'm not like hitting this I'm hungry, I'm on a diet and I'm a bit grumpy kind of thing. So my two swing days. So after my day shift I go on to my night shift, and it will involve a cup of tea, 2 pieces of toast and some peanut butter to taste on the toast, and then for lunch it will be a Huel, either shake or hot and savoury. That's before I go on to my night shift, the idea being that I'm not taking too much in there before I do my night shift, and then all 3 of my night shifts going forward will all be the same. So I may as well just discuss one with you because it makes no difference whether it's 1, 2 or 3. So my breakfast, which will be 9 o'clock in the evening for my first night shift, will comprise of 1 slice of toast with butter or jam, 2 cups of coffee or tea with no milk, and that's pretty much it for my breakfast. Then I can go on to my lunch evening, my 1 AM evening lunch meal, whatever you want to call it. So that's Huel, again a shake or hot and savoury, with a snack of 2 boiled eggs, and then when I get home in the morning at 7:30, I'll be having a slice of toast with a banana just mashed into the top of it, just to make sure that I've got something in my stomach before I go to bed, because otherwise I have a bit of a problem that I don't like falling off straight to sleep unless I've got something lining my stomach. Then after I've done my 3 nights, I've got my waking day after nights, because I couldn't creatively call it anything else. I couldn't think of another title for it, so it's called waking day after nights. So when I get up about 1:30, I'm having a cup of tea, slice of toast, a tin of tuna and a boiled egg. I very well may just smash that boiled egg right into that piece of toast, because having a tin of tuna on a piece of toast doesn't really sound that appetizing, but yeah. So that's that. Tin of tuna I'll probably just scrape out with a fork. And then waking evening after my night, so at 6 o'clock on my first day off, I'm allowed a regular evening meal. Again, that's limited to 1,000 calories. Now, my first full day off, this is where my military diet suddenly joins the party. The reason for this is so I'm not dieting hard, because it is quite a hard diet, it's quite a strict diet on my work days. So with that, it's half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water. This is supposed to neutralize the acid in your stomach and also rebalance the pH in your body a little bit more. Then there's 2 slices of toast to go with that, with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. The 2 tablespoons of peanut butter will be 1 tablespoon of peanut butter per slice of toast. And then with that, a cup of coffee or tea with no milk whatsoever. Then on to lunch for my first day off. It's a tin of tuna, 1 slice of toast, and 1 cup of coffee or tea again without any milk. Onto my evening meal, I've got look at this lavish choice here of 100 grams of any type of meat. That means I can choose any piece of meat that I really want. I'm allowed then 250 grams of green beans, a banana, a small apple, and 140 grams of vanilla ice cream, which is a lot of vanilla ice cream. It's quite a sizable bowl, and it kind of makes up for the deficit you've had throughout the rest of the day. So, yeah, chop the banana up, throw that in with the vanilla ice cream. The apple I can probably quite happily miss, but yeah, it's part of the plan, so I'm eating the apples. I'm not really a massive apple fan. Now on to the second day of the military diet. So for breakfast on this second day, it is 1 boiled egg, 1 slice of toast, and a banana. Again, I'm probably just smashing that boiled egg right into that piece of toast, because it's egg on toast. It's a known, proven thing that everyone has. Then go on to lunchtime. So for lunch, I'm having 1 pot of cottage cheese. That's a whole pot, like 400 grams, whatever it is, with 5 tuck crackers or salt line crackers and a boiled egg. Chances are I'm peeling that boiled egg, I'm throwing it in the potted cottage cheese, I'm mushing it all up there and just scooping it all out, and then probably scooping out to put it onto the top of some of these crackers as well, just to make them crackers a little bit more appetizing, because quite frankly, the military diet isn't that inspiring, I would say. But it's proven results and it does its job. And on to evening meal for that, it is 2 hot dogs, 1 cup of broccoli, or broccoli, I can't spell broccoli there, 75 grams of carrots, 1 banana, and 75 grams of vanilla ice cream, which is about half the amount of last time. Then on my third day off, I've got 5 tuck crackers or saltline crackers with 15 grams of cheese, which you have no idea how little cheese that really is, and I mean it is next to no cheese. And then an apple. You're quite thankful for the apple at this stage, even if you don't like apples, because when you have that little cheese, at least you've got something else to eat. Then for lunch that day, it's literally a boiled egg and a slice of toast. Again, I'm smashing that boiled egg into that piece of toast just to give me a bit of flavour. Then for evening meal, it's 1 tin of tuna, 1 banana, and 140 grams of vanilla ice cream. Yes, the only thing you really have that's not dessert is 1 tin of tuna. Thankfully, though, on the military diet, you can actually stick in some seasoning, salt and pepper, obviously not being too carried away. And then twice every 28 days, my 4th full day off. So either side of a certain block of shifts, I get a 4th full day off. And on this 4th full day off, I've decided it's going to be a no diet day. And I'm hoping that because I'm making it a no diet day, that the rest of the schedule brings it into my mind that, not to go a bit too crazy on these days off, and have what you want to eat, but have it in moderation. Don't go absolutely crazy, because the chances are I've done that in the past, and I would quite happily do that. Go off to McDonald's for breakfast, Burger King for lunch, and KFC for tea, because you know what, why not? But I'm not doing that this time around, so yeah, no diet today on those days. It's just allowing me a bit more scope to enjoy something that I actually want to eat. So anyway, that's pretty much the entire plan. Like I said, it still needs a little bit of tweaking, but I will be posting a link to it in the comments below. So feel free to go and check it out. I'll put it on my Google Docs or Google Drive. I'll put a link on there that you can all go and have a quick look at and see what you think of it. I'll pop that on there, as I said. So really appreciate you coming back and checking out another video. Apologies, I've not exactly done like a face-to-face one this time around. I thought I'd just go over the details of what's going on this time around. It makes a bit more sense just to throw the details on the screen and just talk over the top. But yeah, so thanks very much for checking out this video. If you've got any comment, feedback or anything like that, by all means make sure you drop a comment down below, subscribe, and make sure you like this channel as well. I will also, well, I'll pop up my Instagram channel account as well. I do put up more content on there more frequently because it's just a bit easier to put stuff up on there than it is trying to get a video out, edit it, and mess around. So yeah, so jump onto my Instagram channel. The channel name's up on the screen right now. It's mrbean.crom, or if you just search for my channel name, it's on here, Andrew Cromarty, you'll find you'll also find it that way. Apologies, it is 23:57 whilst I'm recording this, and I'm in work in the morning, so I'm a bit tired. I need to go to bed. So no, yeah, thanks very much for checking out another video. Like I said, make sure you check out my Instagram channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up with future updates, and I shall see you all soon. Take care. Ta-ra.